Welcome to the 2006 PartyPoker.com World 10-Pin Masters. 16 bowlers started out in this straight knockout tournament in a quest to win that winner's cheque of $30,000 and the coveted Masters title. But that's only part of the story. The Masters event is one of the only sporting events in the world that matches man versus woman on equal terms. During the course of Masters history, two women have won the title. Firstly, in 2001, when Malaysian star Shalin Zulkifli beat Masters legend Tori Torgerson. That was followed in 2003 by the sensational victory of English bowler Nikki Harvey in her win over Australia's Andrew Frawley. In 2006, there are 5 female bowlers flying the flag for girl power, and all with a shot at the title. Reigning World Cup champion Linda Barnes of the USA is the woman currently in great form, and she'll be in action later in the programme. England also have strong challengers with Zara Glover and Kirsten Penny. Asia are represented by the classic style of Lisa Del Rosario of the Philippines. And Denmark's young star Britt Bronsted completes the women's challenge. She plays Linda's husband Chris in the first round, incidentally. Talking of the first round, this is how the draw looks after 2 matches. Through to meet in the first quarter-final, defending champion from Germany Jens Nickel will meet South African Guy Kaminski. Next up, it's the third of our first round matches here at the 2006 World 10-Pin Masters. Linda Barnes of the USA takes on Wim van der Veen of the Netherlands. And for Linda Barnes, the American World Cup champion, this is her Masters debut.
Expectations. I'm going to go out and do what I can do and have some fun. It looks like a fun event. Obviously, with $30,000 on top, it's not all fun. But my job's to come out, maybe get some women on my side, so we'll get the fans going and just go have some fun. And I've bowled on, say, 12 and 13 before, but I've never bowled on one lane. So that'll be interesting to get up, throw a shot, and sit back down. Usually, we always bowl 2 shots and then sit down. So it'll be a different timing feeling, but. It looks like it's going to be great. The fans are right there with you, so we'll just go have a good time. Yeah, Chris and I, it'll be fun because it's the first time we've gotten to travel together in a long time. So it's fun to be on the competitive side and both have bowling balls with us. When we looked at the bracket and we saw that we were on opposite ends and we wouldn't meet until the finals, we thought, wow, that'll be fun. But the rivalry started almost immediately. It was like, oh yeah, don't think because you won the Motel 6 and the Tournament of Champions that you can beat the World Cup champion. So it started right away, but it's just, we got a long way to go before we get to each other. So we'll just see what happens.
Linda's opponent is here for his second shot at the World Masters title, but the Dutch bowler Wim van der Veen has to answer the same question everywhere he goes. Just how tall is he?
With hair 2 meters and 5 centimeters, and without hair 2 meters and 4 centimeters, something like that. I don't know for sure. Yeah. 7 feet, they say it in England. 2 meters is better for basketball, but not bowling. But I get away with it. The right-handers always say left-handers always lucky. I hope I'll be this time very lucky. My first round match, yeah. I know Linda a little bit from the telly, and I hope to win. Yeah, I try to win. 2 years ago it was the first time for me, and I like that. I was a little bit nervous and a little bit unlucky. I hope, I know for sure this time I'm feeling better. And 2 years ago it was a little bit unlucky, and I tried my best bowling. Everyone can beat a guy with 2 games. When you're playing 50 or 60 games against a good bowler, then maybe it's a problem. But 2 games, everyone can win. You see it every year. And I hope this time I'll be the winner. Yeah. I'll do my best.
Let's get to the action in this Battle of the Sexes match, and we've got a final twist for you in our commentary team. Linda's husband, PBA bowler Chris Barnes, joins Nick Halling in the commentary box.
So Linda Barnes versus Wim van der Veen, and I can guarantee you no impartiality whatsoever in the commentary box, because Chris Barnes is the husband of Linda Barnes, and you're going to be watching this with a jaundiced eye, Chris.
Absolutely. I do have a cheering interest here that hopefully at the end we're happy with how things went today.
Well, Linda's a debutant here, as indeed are you, Chris, but she did bowl in that World Cup tournament, which is a similar format. You've got this arena, so she's used to bowling in an arena condition, isn't she?
Yeah, she certainly does have experience in this. Actually, the week after we got married, her very first tournament after that was U.S. Open. She led it, and it was also an arena final, and she finished second in that tournament. Kim Adler doubled in the 10th to beat her, otherwise she'd have 2 major titles.
Well, you never know. She might get this one. A very prestigious one, but first of all, she's got to get through the big man from the Netherlands. 7 feet 1, Wim van der Veen. He looks like a heavy from a James Bond movie, but he really is a genial giant of a man. There's not a bad bone in his body, which is just as well. Otherwise, he'd come up here and sort us both out quite comfortably. 7 foot 1. You wonder about that height, whether it's an advantage in bowling, because he's just got physically so much more work to do at the approach.
Well, he does have a lot of work, but something that belies his height and the long limbs is actually how smooth he is. His game is pretty compact, and his fluidity from beginning to end is quite impressive for somebody his height. I've never seen anyone that's quite as tall as he is that has as much rhythm and good motion as he does.
Yeah, he's got those long limbs, and he doesn't get them tangled up at all, as you say, Chris. Very, very smooth at the approach.
Like to wish you good luck, good bowling. Would you like to shake hands? Linda to bowl first.
Somebody needs to get Bernie a stepladder to shake hands with him. Anyway, we are underway. Linda Barnes from Flower Mound in Texas, which I understand is not far from Dallas.
Yes, just a suburb of Dallas. It's about 15 minutes from the airport there.
Well, it'll be Linda Barnes to get this third first-round match at the World Tenpin Masters underway. What does she open up with? Oh, lost it completely. The worst possible start for a World Tenpin Masters debutant. What on earth happened there?
Gosh, it looks like it bounced right off her ankle. I haven't seen her do that in probably 2 years, but you know, in a format like this with the arena and everything else, crazy things happen sometimes.
Well, I saw this happen 3 years ago in the final of or not the final, but in one of the well, I'm not sure what happened there, but I remember a compatriot of yours, Shannon Pluhowski, hit her own ankle and the ball went down the gutter in a World Cup match, and she's had to dig herself out with 8 and an open frame. That is a horrible start for her.
Yeah, that is not the way she had this envisioned at all. It's so important to get off to a fast start because it's only 2 games.
Doesn't look too bothered. We still can't. I couldn't see any contact with the leg there. Oh, maybe actually that lead foot. It might have hit the lead foot.
Yeah, it definitely moved her foot on that first shot, and the second one was just a gut reaction. She just threw it right back over her left toe.
Well, it really is amazing. This is the 3rd match of this tournament, and in the other 2, there was an open frame in the first frame, and now we've got 3 in a row. Vim, well, he's somehow got a strike out of that. Goodness only knows how. That was a slow motion strike if ever I saw one. Wasn't a very good shot either.
Not really textbook. Looks like both players came out with just a little bit of nerves. This one's high all the way. The 4 into the 6 into the 7. They don't exactly write them up that way.
But it goes in the book as an X, and you don't get bonus points for style. So open frame plays a strike, and now let's see Linda